In the space of roguelikes, there are many titles that go through the mind. The Binding of Isaac,
The moon.
Dead Cells, Hades, Skull the Hero Slayer, and many others. One of them is this game known as Astral Ascent, a lightning-fast rogue that takes your knowledge of how to build yourself to the limits. Hibernation Workshop's first rogue, but not their first game. Their first game was Dark Devotion, which was... rogue? Wait, Souls? Hold on. Hang on. Huh. I guess this isn't their first rogue. Then again, I hadn't seen Dark Devotion before, but it's a gritty and dark rogue from the looks of things. Might try it out when I get a chance. But that's not why we're here. We're here for Astral Ascent, their other game! And, why yes, I am a statue in the game, thank you. But you're not here to gawk at that, so let's get to the chase. Welcome to Astral Ascent. You get to play as 4 playable characters, 2 melee and 2 range playstyles, Isla, Kieran, Octave, and Kaylee, respectively. Each of them have their own set of spells to learn and their own signature spell that is always with you no matter what. Each character can hold up to 4 completely different spells that rotate as they're used, and you must use them all before they can be used again. Each spell can be equipped with what's known as gambits, modifiers that tell what to do when the spell is used. Each spell has their own costs, which you get back by attacking enemies with your regular attacks. You can level up your spells with pava feathers that are found throughout the game. Some spells have the dodge bonus to them, which is shown with a bright circular sigil around your character. While that's active, you won't take damage. You have your healing for the game, composed of 5 pieces that can be gained from various ways, but mostly through defeating enemies and acquiring them through the shrine at Andromeda's Bar. Then you have your weapon. This is going to be getting a change in the future, but you can choose what type of weapon you'll go out with in your runs. Then you have your auras, something more specific that we'll talk about later as we'll talk about gambits themselves. For now, let's check out your signature spell and your weapon modifiers. Between each world, as you level up, you can gain aspects to your attacks and your signature spell. Your signature spell has a lot more exclusive abilities tied to your character and how you can play as them. For example, Octave's signature spell is a drone that flies around and shoots rockets at nearby enemies. Or, you can choose an ability later on where you can summon 3 drones. It can't shoot rockets, but it can dive bomb and explode like how this signature spell does when the duration of it runs out. But because you have 3 of the drones, you get access to 3 separate instances of detonation abilities that you acquired previously, which can lead to some intense burst damage. Each character has their own unique way of building their playstyles and can drastically change in the middle of a run because of what you find. Your signature spell and your weapon can share some attributes, like having a hit have a chance to heal you for a small amount, or having a chance to cause a status effect to occur. But what you'll really be after is how these attributes can affect your auras. But we'll get to that later, so put a pin in that real quick. Much like your signature spell and weapon, your regular spells can have those attributes as well. Though you'll notice that there's an element like banner for your spell. And that's the affinity of your spell, which is important when you want to consider your gambits, as each gambit is labeled with a specific element and will boost that spell's damage. Gambits are your bread for building everything in Astral Ascent, telling spells what to do, like a 30% chance to summon an Ice Sword on hit. You can see how many hits a spell can deal to a single target when you hover over it in your quick menu right beside its level. Right under it is the estimated damage.
You only mentioned the bread! What about the butter? Ow!
Well, that's where auras come in. Auras are your butter, the thing that swirls around and makes the bread so malleable. Auras are what tell the specific attributes that you have on everything else what to do, and can increase the damage of those attributes, or even have them do something completely different. For example, there's an aura that changes the whiffs from your fire skills into venomous whiffs that shoot out toxic gas on hit, a different attribute entirely. and from that toxic gas, you can have saplings come out and do something else. This is what you need to start doing chains of reactions throughout your spell list. One of my favorite combinations is just something simple, just 2 different auras. This aura lets you summon missiles when you recover any amount of life. Makes the missile stronger, and when fully leveled, the missiles hitting an enemy have a chance to summon an ice sword. Now, missiles on their own are a bit weak and come in many numbers to compensate for that. But then the other aura that I combine with this most of the time, if I can find it, is this one. It summons an ice sword every so often, increases the damage of ice swords, and when fully leveled, each ice sword hit summons missiles which can feed into itself, causing a crazy loop of damage. And this can go for many things. Like, for example, with those 2, I just thought about, while writing the script, you can add 2 more, which one of them is a bit rarer to get due to them being an astral rarity, which is the rarest thing to get in the game. You can get the aura that lets you have 2 permanent spirit swords, and each hit of the spirit swords summons missiles, and then you can have another aura that has the ice swords, and the ice sword on hit summons the spirit swords. Okay, hang on, I need to freaking get this and show it off. Hold on, hang on. I'll be back. Hold on.
Well now. Are we talking about some Astral Ascent? Alright, I'm in. Give me the script. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. No. No, I won't say that. No. Not saying that. No, that costs extra. This is junk. No one cares. No one cares. This is about the wrong game, but, you know, okay, fair enough. Ah, here we go. The rooms. Right. Let's get started. Hello everyone, you don't know me, but I'm Beelz. My junk can be found in the description and pinned comments down below. But enough about me, let's talk about rooms. We have a lot of them. In fact, you might think I have my own, but actually, no. Don't check your bathroom, I swear it's nothing pertinent. Astral Ascent's rooms are mixed between 2 types of stages, exploration and battle rooms, and each room has the difficulty marked with the amount of stars that you'll get when choosing the room. Let's do battle rooms first since they're a bit easier to understand. Battle rooms will lock you in an area to take care of 2 to 4 waves of enemies and usually some elites in the later difficulties. These rooms will also give you keys depending on the difficulty that you chose. Now sometimes at the beginning of the room when you've met the bosses, they'll show up and offer you a challenge to get bonus resources ranging from more keys to quartz and stars. These challenges are either to clear the room as fast as you can or take no damage, which I've never failed once in my life, despite what the script here is telling me. No! I'm not saying it. There's also a rare chance that you'll get 2 other types of battle rooms, the Void rooms and the Eclipse rooms. Eclipse rooms are basically battle rooms, but with traps based on the world you're in and a lot more enemies to deal with, as well as a heavy increase to elite enemies. Void rooms are completely different. They're mini-bosses that you can take on, and their reward is a gambit and a gambit slot unlock. They're a tough little challenge that can rough you up if you're not ready for it, like the Sculptor. Sculpt you up a new one. Now, exploration rooms are where you'll find a lot of the interactable content in the game. Exploration rooms will give you enemies to fight while you traverse a stage, where at the end is the reward you chose beforehand. To go over what you can find in these rooms, we have the chest. These diamond rocks hold 2 different kinds of rewards, which you can access for either 3 or 5 keys. Either a feather to upgrade your spell power, or power stones to upgrade yourself. Wait, they're called Power Stones? That's like their actual name? I've just been calling them like buff rocks. You can also find Yali tickets, memory fragments, gambits, spells, and quartz clusters in these rooms. On rare occasions, you'll find a purple orb that will take you to Andromeda's Trial, which is a platforming challenge that you cannot take damage in. Completing these trials rewards you with Andromeda's special drink, which gives you a bonus in damage, attack speed, and health. There are even rare enemies that spawn more in exploration rooms, and sometimes as an entire wave in the battle rooms called an Astral Spirit. A cluster of stars in the shape of a Squishmallow rabbit. Okay, you made that up. What the hell's a Squishmallow rabbit? These enemies will drop a chest filled with some keys, stars, and quartz if you kill them. However, take too long to kill them and they will disappear. Even rarer are special rooms that appear when taking an explore room, like a Yali village or a peddler rest spot, where it's a completely free space that will give you bonus goodies. It says in the script here I have to say something nice about Yalis, but they often screw me over, so I refuse. Now, for other rooms that you can discover, there's the Yali Kingdom. This room gives you one aura for free, but depending on how many Yalis you save from elites per world, you'll get another to choose from. Choosing one of any of these auras makes them all go away. Cetus Cave, a giant clam whale turtle thing, I don't know, that gives you 2 selected gambit types and a gambit slot unlock. You can ignore the treasure. It's already mine. Parvo's Ruins, a magical bird that lets you upgrade your spells in exchange for life. This is the only place where you can get a mythical +5 golden feather. Now, I'm going to go way off script right now because it doesn't mention anything about it, and I feel like it's my Beelzian obligation to let you know. Let it ride. Always sacrifice life. Max all of it. Spend all of the life. It doesn't matter how close you are to death. Spend it. The feathers are priceless. Get the feathers. The Sun. A gambit room with special gambits. These will change the elemental affinity of your spell to any of the chosen type immediately. So if you're trying to get more fire in your poison build, put in a fire elemental gambit to change that silly electric spell into a fire one. What? The Moon. A rare room you have to give life in order to access that gives you a choice between 4 powerful Zodiac spells, each fully equipped with gambits. Echo Isle. An island that lets you choose 4 different echoes. Echoes are passive buffs that activate at specific times. Some are once a room, others activate when you use your signature spell. All of them are useful. The Forge. A giant magical forge that lets you upgrade all of your spells 1 level, unlock a slot on all of your spells, or make a new spell to choose from. Zodiac Challenges. These rooms are specifically for getting a Zodiac summon. The Zodiac in question will challenge you to a unique test between them, from destroying all the training dummies without touching the ground, racing to the top of the map, memory games, or beating them in a damage contest. Completing them will let you get them as a summon, which will fill as you use your spells. Rest Rooms. A relaxing area where you can heal up if you've taken some damage and get a restock on your healing crystals in exchange for some stars. And finally, Andromeda's Bar. The final room before the boss fight in a world. Here you can get a restock on your healing crystals and Andromeda's drinks for stars. The drinks act the same way Power Stones do and buff you. You can also change out your Zodiac summon here if the door to the inside of the bar is glowing. Just outside of the bar, there's the Shooting Star, a device that lets you upgrade your auras once per visit. And finally, the shop, where you can exchange your quartz for spells, gambits, and a slot unlock. That one's really good, always get it, okay, always get it. You can re-roll the shop as long as you have enough quartz on hand, and it's where you'll spend the most time trying to maximize your build. The shop scales with how far in a run you are, so later shops will have rarer gambits to find, including Astrals. Now, I would love to go on, but I think whoever's supposed to be hosting this video will be back soon, so I'll leave you for now. Bye-bye. Now, how the hell do I get out of here? Didn't think being in someone else's video would be so cramped and stuffy. Like, please, open a window for once. Like, look at all of this stuff. There's so much junk, just layers of pictures and videos. How the fuck do people handle this kind of stuff? I already get enough stress just trying to manage my juggling act of games and putting off returning to stream. Beelz, when are you gonna stream? Meanwhile, here's this dude hooping through pictures.
Beelz?
Ah!
What are you doing here?
You asked me to be here?
Well, you chose right now to join?
You didn't specify the time. Therefore, I am taking advantage of plus frames in this interaction.
Plus frames. Plus frames! You're taking advantage of okay, hang on.
Knuckles of Tyranny! My plus
I'm sure that won't bite me in the butt later. Anyway, where were we? Oh, right, okay. There's also the boss room, where you fight one of 3 different bosses in the world, each of them more dangerous than the last. So bring your A game, because they'll do your best to stop you, no matter the cost. Here we have the garden. This is where you'll come back to whenever you finish a run or die prematurely. This is where all your progress is gotten, as after each run you complete either way, you unlock something completely new, from getting new colors to getting new characters. So let's go one by one to give you an idea of where to go when you come back to the garden. This is Bappy. He's your go-to guy to keep track of your accomplishments in the game, from defeating enemies in a certain area, to defeating bosses for the first time or flawlessly. However, that's not all that he does, as checking in with these accomplishments reward you with Sunstones, a permanent resource that you have. These will let you unlock new traits and spells in the garden. This is Papa Yali. He takes the memory fragments that you get in runs and turns them into stories. This is where you'll learn all about the character's past and what happened before current events. Checking here will also reward you with Sunstones. Right next to Papa Yali is Alun. She's your character customizer. Above her is a Yali that will take your Yali tickets in exchange for colors that you can decorate your favorite character freely. Having excess tickets will let you get some Sunstones, but after getting all of the colors, tickets stop spawning. At least for me, I haven't seen a ticket ever since I got all the colors. To the right and up is Zimzim. She's your trait merchant, and will give your character permanent buffs to your characters as a whole, from having more health, having extra aura slots, to even summoning a small astral dragon to give you an aura at the start of the run. Speaking of, this is Barbecue! Right below Zimzim and at this egg, they will let you know what kind of auras there are and will reward Sunstones for discovering more. He doesn't do much other than that, but he's a good dragon. Directly above and to the right of Zimzim is the Telluric Telescope, which gives you a daily buff to your character. This can be anything and lasts as long as the day goes on. You can switch it out at any time, but each day it switches the perks that you get from the telescope. To the right of the telescope and Zimzim is the Poetic Peddler, who is your spell merchant. You purchase spells from him using Sunstones to unlock them in your runs. You can also get to see what each spell does here. And below the Peddler is Sova. She is who you go to start your runs. However, there's something important to say before I continue, as she lets you start your runs only before you complete a full run. Once you do, she will unlock the difficulty settings for your run called Destiny levels. Completing a Destiny level with the highlighted bosses on the right will reward you a Destiny fragment, which will lead us to the final interactable in the garden at the moment, the Void Catalyst. The Void Catalyst becomes available once you gather Destiny fragments, and is how you further increase yourself in how you build your runs. From getting more Power Stones, unlocking free rerolls in the shop, getting free drinks at Andromeda's, to getting more uses to your Shooting Star. And, well, I just finished getting this built together, so let's get going on a run!
To be fit and trim. Now shake a leg and you will get slim.
You know it, baby.
Turning heads on the single scene. You'll be a fitness king or queen.
Your Majesty.
Now it's time to get on the floor and dance and dance and dance some
before you walk the walk. The beat starts and you're in motion. Dance will transform you like a potion.
There's no stopping you now. Boogie body rhythm and magic dancing charms. High weight proportion, that's legs and arms. Once you start, you'll never wanna stop. Makes your mind spin and body rock. Boogie body rhythm and magic dancing charms. High weight proportion, that's legs and arms. And once you start, you'll never wanna stop. Makes your mind spin and body rock. Shoulders nice, get down boogie till you catch fire. Dance and shake the soul and makes you feel alive. Shake up your body, high five. You've got the will to get fit and trim. Now shake a leg and you will get slim.
You know it, baby.
Turn a head on the single scene. You'll be the fitness king or queen. Getting fit and funky is that your desire. Get down boogie till you catch fire. Dance and shake the soul and makes you feel alive. Shakes up your body, high five.
But yeah, that's about it that I want to talk about with Astral Ascent. Like you saw at the beginning, I put good money into the game because just look at it! It's a beautiful piece of art that can't be topped. The way the animations flow together and how well everything balances out for a lovely scenery. By far, this has got to be one of the prettiest rogues I've properly seen on the market. It measures the art of pixel animation and high-speed action really well. I can't wait to see more of what the devs have to offer. Because yes, you heard that, because the devs over at Hyperion Workshop are still putting out updates for the game, and will keep doing so. The next major update will give each character a new weapon to use. Right now, all we've seen is Kieran with his twin falchions. And the story, it's a bit hard to explain the proper story for Astral, besides that you're here to kill the master of this prison. Isla is here to kill him because she wants to both avenge her fallen sisters and because she put herself on the assignments. Kieran wants to kill him to get back to the Infinite Caravan. Octave wants to kill him because he murdered Octave's mother, which you'll hear a lot from him. And Kaylee wants to kill him because she needs to get back to her planet, which is the last planet that the Master had tried to destroy before the current events of the game, I believe. But a lot of the story can be unfolded as you play through the game. All the characters will talk about what their motivations are and how they meshed it well together. The conversations between all the characters are great, especially when talking to the Zodiacs. Because fun fact, if you have a Zodiac with you as a summon, when you face another Zodiac, they can actually have a banter between each other if you talk to the Zodiac that they had before, like this one right here.
Perfect timing. My first thoracic vertebra is scraping at the junction of my coracoid.
Libra, I can't help you right now.
You are right. The situation requires my battle mode.
But yeah, trying to get stuff like this out again, I really want to thank Beelz for recording the room segment for me, since I wanted to bring him onto this for just some fun. He's a swell dude and does some excellent commentary and jokes, even if he is an idiot at times.
It's okay. I am the circle jerk. It's okay, 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 it's okay. No panic, no panic, no panic. I need damage! Am I shooting the wrong weapon this whole time? I'm so fucking mad.
He does a lot of roguelike content if you're itching for more, and usually finds the good ones that might go under the radar. He also has a knack for fighting games, which you might see him again in the future video. He owes me some matches in Grand Blue. But he's very genuine with his content and tries his hardest to be entertaining most of the times. Other times he's learning how the game works and explaining mechanics to get a better grip of how to fail them more.
Abilities, that's really... because it's pretty sick. Holy shit! Holy shit! What?
But you can find his channel in the description and the pinned comment like he said before, and if you do go over there, go yell at him in the comments. Just, Beelz! What are you doing? Where's Astral? Thank you so much, Beelz. I always enjoy your content and can't wait to see more. And yeah, like everything about that. On that note, I better get going. I have a lot to do, but if you want to see more, let me know. I can make a coffee or a Patreon, whichever you might think might help me to do these more, because I absolutely adore doing these kind of videos. I had a Sonic Frontiers video that I wanted to get out just to ramble about it because I liked it, but my editing software just couldn't produce it correctly, and I had to cut it into 2 parts. And it's weird because sometimes I can do over an hour videos, but sometimes I can't do over an hour videos. And it's like, which one do you want to do? Software, please let me know. I know what the problem is. I just need new and better parts. That's besides the point. Let's get out of here. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a lovely night. Until we meet again.